Hello and welcome to Psycast. I'm Cypher.
And I'm Castia. Together, we are the NPCs.
Yep, that's us. And hey, huge thanks as always to Psyguy, our producer and researcher extraordinaire, for digging up the goods for us to chat about.
Absolutely. And please bear with us if this sounds a little wonky today. You know how tech can be. Still figuring things out.
Right. Okay, so today we're looking into something pretty cool from Final Fantasy VII. We got some material asking us about a specific character.
Yeah, this one's intriguing. It's about that woman you find in the ice cave. The one called Snow.
That's her. The one who seems, well, human at first, and then things change pretty dramatically.
And right off the bat, the analysis we looked at flips that initial idea on its head. It seems pretty clear she is not classified as human, like, at all from the start.
See, that's what grabbed me, because your first thought is, okay, tragic figure, maybe frozen solid, I don't know, something like out of an old adventure game. But then she transforms.
Right. But the notes we reviewed, they kind of challenge that whole backstory assumption. So the big question is, if she's not human, then what is she?
So what does the material point to?
It strongly suggests she's more like an elemental spirit, or maybe a specific kind of monster tied directly to the ice cave itself.
Huh. So her human look is just a disguise, or maybe a form it takes.
Pretty much, yeah. Less about a past life, more about, her fundamental nature. The analysis positions her human appearance as just that, an appearance, not who she was.
Okay, like the ice cave itself manifesting a form. That's kind of wild. Does the material hint at why she looks human, though? Is it like a lure, maybe?
That's a really good point. And yeah, the analysis touches on that. It mentions these kinds of entities sometimes use humanoid forms. Could be for interaction, could be deception, maybe both.
Mm-hmm.
But the key thing is the classification in the material is really specific. She's listed under like a monster category, not transformed human or anything like that.
And wasn't there something in there about her not being totally unique? Like she's part of a type?
Exactly. Yeah, the notes identify her as belonging to a specific line of enemies, which sounds kind of formal, but think of it more like a classification.
Okay.
Like powerful female figures, often humanoid, found in important elemental heavy places. They mentioned others, Gemnesmi, Pollen Salta.
Oh, right. Temple of the Ancients, Northern Crater, those places.
Yeah, and they're described similarly, powerful monsters, elementals, just happening to look human-ish.
So they're creatures that just look like women. That definitely adds a different vibe to those encounters. Kind of creepy almost.
Makes you wonder about random NPCs in, like, modern open worlds, too. Are they really just standing there?
It definitely makes you look twice. And according to the material, her being in that specific ice cave isn't just random chance either.
She's not just chilling. Sorry, had to.
Yeah, that's one. But no, definitely not just chilling. Like a lot of unique monsters in these kinds of games, right? She has a purpose.
A purpose.
The notes clearly state her main role is being a guardian. She's specifically protecting some important materia.
Materia.
Which one? Alexander. Well, okay. So let's piece this together from the analysis then. Snow is basically an ice elemental creature. She's part of a specific monster type that looks humanoid. And her job is guarding the Alexander materia. Her human look is just a front.
That's the core takeaway, yeah. The material doesn't really support the idea she was ever human. She's presented as this powerful ice entity from the get-go, a guardian monster in disguise.
No, it seems like a small detail, but understanding that completely reframes that whole encounter. It's not a tragedy, it's a challenge. A boss fight intro, almost.
Exactly. And for you listening, knowing these details, well, it adds some serious depth, doesn't it? To the encounter, sure, but also to how the world of FF7 works.
It shows how appearances can be really misleading in that world, which honestly is classic JRPG storytelling sometimes, but this is a neat, specific example.
It definitely hammers home that in a world this saturated with magic and, planet energy, you can't always trust your eyes. What looks human might be something way different, like some crazy raid boss just waiting.
Which leads to a fun thought to leave you with. If the material reveals characters like Snow are actually these powerful disguised elementals, where else in FF7 might that be happening?
Ooh, yeah.
Think about it. How many other characters, maybe even minor ones, that look human could actually be something else entirely? And how does considering that change how you see the whole world, the whole journey?
Makes you paranoid about every shopkeeper now, doesn't it?
Maybe. Anyway, that about wraps up our look into the icy mystery of Snow based on the great materials Psyguy dug up.
It was fun picking that apart. Remember, you're awesome.
Never let the world tell you otherwise. Stay safe.
Stay sane.